Hey everyone, it's Ben from Maine Woods and Water. Today I took a few minutes to go over my trolling rod setup as spring gets a little bit closer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are looking forward to some spring fishing. So today we are looking at the Eagle Claw Starfire trolling rod. I have the 8'6" medium heavy version. This is also the Downrigger version. When I first got into trolling, I really didn't know what the difference was between a trolling rod and a downrigger rod. And it's actually not that many differences. The only thing that we have is more guides along the top part of the rod here, and then a very soft tip. They have more guides just because you want to be able to build weight in the rod with the line when you're trolling behind a downrigger ball, so that when you do get a fish strike, the rod will snap right up and will set the hook and then also release from the downrigger rod, so the downrigger ball, so you can fight the fish. When we start at the back side of the rod, we come here to the hard plastic butt. What I really like about this is it fits in any of the rod holders I've tried it in. I have Cabela's quick release rods and a Canon downrigger on my boat and haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. We get to the reel seat, and this is probably the least favorite part of the rod in my opinion. It just felt not super high quality, and then the actual screw part here, the ridges were pretty harsh, especially on colder days, would bite into your hands if you weren't careful. So my solution to this is I would secure the reel in the reel seat, snug it down, and then wrap electrical tape from around the nut and down the screw portion. What that did was it secured the rod completely and then also made sure that it also felt better in the hand. Then we get to the upper handle part, which is a hard foam, which is comfortable. It's withstood the elements very well. Haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. And then the rest of the rod, it took me a little while to get used to carrying a yellow rod on my boat, but overall, I'm very happy with it. Why I like it so much is because of the price point. It's about a $40 rod. You can find it at Walmart, Dick's. Here in Maine, you'll find them a lot at Kittery Trading Post. I think Cabela's carries them as well. I got these offline at a wholesaler outlet that I just stumbled upon when I was looking for them. So I ended up getting a bunch of these for $30, which was a great deal, I felt like. I also really liked this is because you can go and afford a whole trolling setup if you're starting from scratch at a really reasonable price. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about the reels that I put on these. But you can go buy 3 or 4 of these rods for just over $100 or right around $100. And that's the price you're going to pay for maybe one, if not, not even one of the expensive trolling rods. And when you're out fishing a lot, you're going to need more than one trolling rod on your boat. So this felt like a great product and fulfilled the needs that I had for it. What led me to these rods specifically was I was looking for something that was a little bit less expensive. The reason being that I always beat up really harshly on my trolling rods. I knew that they were going to be in the bottom of my boat. I knew that they were going to get scratched, dinged, and chipped. And I didn't want to have super expensive rods that I was really frustrated every time that, they got scraped, because I know what's going to happen. I also heard that there's a lot of people out in the Midwest who use these, on the Great Lakes and walleye fishing. And I know if they can withstand, a lot bigger fish out there than what we have here in Maine with landlocked salmon and, relatively smaller lake trout, then they can do everything that I need about it. Something else I really liked about it was that I can troll off my downrigger with it, or I can troll lead core with it. And it both works great. I've trolled out to 10 colors of lead core with these, and still the rod doesn't feel overpowered. It doesn't. You still have great feeling, and the tip works. The tip is soft enough so even the smallest strikes you'll see. Earlier last year, my wife caught like a 9-inch salmon trolling with lead core, and you immediately saw the strike, saw the reaction, and we caught the fish. Not that I'm super excited about a 9-inch lake trout, but I'm more excited the fact that we saw the fish and strike and didn't troll the fish behind us for an hour before even realizing it. So overall, the durability, I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. It's performed super well. I'm really happy with the rod altogether, and I've tried to find these online to post in the description below. I haven't been able to find them anywhere. It seems like they're out of stock, which is a lot of fishing stuff, it seems like, lately with the pandemic. I've sent an email out to Equal Claw to see when they'll have them back out. Once I get a response back to that, I'll be sure and put it in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, feel free to hit up the comment section. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe for more great content coming your way. Thank you.